Everyone out there, I want to talk to you about the chaos in the world and the reformation of the church. Right now, we are seeing the world are going crazy. There is fraud, there is vaccination, there is mess, there is crazy things going on, as you all know about. Some people are talking even about a third world war that will start soon. Other people are talking about a civil war in America. Other people are talking about crazy lockdown as we have never ever seen before. It depends on who you are listening to. One thing we know for sure is that the world are getting crazy, and this is just the beginning. Nothing will be normal again. It's not going to go back to normal again. We are seeing lockdowns like never before around Europe. Things is happening in America. No matter where you are in the world right now, you are getting impacted by all of this. It's crazy and chaos out there, but what is happening in the church? What is happening in the church is that millions of believers have left the church. I say believers like this because some of them are religion, but some of them are very sincere in their faith. Millions of people have left the church. Why? Because of the lockdown, they have left. And now places where they start to open up again, they're not coming back. I know a pastor here in Orlando where I am, there were 400 people before the lockdown. Now there's around 350, 400 people. People are not coming back. Some of those who left the church during the lockdowns and all of that, they found out that, hey, they're doing good without being in church on Sunday. It's fine. They don't need it. And some of them didn't have a strong faith. It was more religious and something they did by traditions, and they're just happy to be out of all of that. Other people have found out that, hey, I don't need to be in church on Sunday. I can have church in my living room, and we can meet in other ways. So out of those millions of people who are leaving church all over the world, there is some people who are quote-unquote falling away, but there's some people who are starting to experience church in a new way, and a few people who are coming back. I believe what we're seeing now is beautiful. It's not all bad. It's not all bad. It looks bad here now, but I believe this is what the church need. They need to wake up. And I believe that we need to understand that the institution, the way we do church, with a big church building and program and a big economy, will not be able to continue in the future. It cannot go on like that. It cannot. It don't work like that in countries where there's persecution. You don't see any nice, seeker-sensitive mega church in China and Korea and other places where there is North Korea where there's persecution. You don't see them there. And the same way you will not see them here in America in the future. So what we are seeing right now is a reformation of the church. The church is being reformed in front of us. We are so busy in the news, so busy talking about what is happening in the world, so we don't see what is happening inside the church. What is happening inside the church is that the church as we know it is not going to continue. A new kind of church is popping up all over the place. The millions of people who have left the institution is now seeking for real fellowship, for true church, for what we call underground church. Underground church don't mean that they meet in a basement. It just means that it's not organized, it's not visible, but it's there. And it's powerful and it's growing. And I'm excited to see that. I'm excited. Why? Because it can look like a minus. If we go back to China, when persecution really set in China, what happened? Many people left the church. Many people left the institution. Many people, quote-unquote, fell away. But out of that, they came together. People thought that the church had died. They said that the church is now dead in China. But no. The church was more alive than ever before. Why? Because it became real. It became family. It became organic. It became powerful. It became like we read in the early church where they came together and met in the homes and have communion in the homes and have a meal together, have fellowship together and was living their life together. It became like God wanted it to be from the beginning. And it grew and it multiplied from home to home. It was not a big machine that was difficult to copy. It was a small, simple, organic fellowship that could multiply. And I have been talking about the last Reformation, the Reformation we need at the church, hopefully the last one before Jesus is coming back. And that church have to do with not only theology and the gospel and the foundation, but they also have to do with the structure, how we come together. This is my book, The Last Reformation, Back to New Testament Model of Discipleship. I wrote that book some years ago, and I talk about my journey out of the institutional church into the simple, organic life we read about in the book of Acts, where we see whole household come to faith and where everyone is called to do ministry. Baptizing people is not for a few ordained person, the people in our big church building on Sunday morning. Baptizing people is having the baptistop Monday afternoon by everyone. Is everyone who take part of it is growing, is organic, is beautiful, is powerful. Ministry leadership is there, but leadership is not a few people on the top controlling everything. Leadership is the one who sit down and wash the disciples' feet as Jesus did it. There's so much more to say about all of this, but I want to invite you to be part of this amazing journey. I have a book here. You can get it on Amazon. You can get it in the links here, but I want to give it for free as an ebook. If you don't have money to get it, it's not to sell the book here, it's to get the message out. If you would like to read my book, together with the description of this video, there is link. There is an email address you can send in and say, hey, I would like to read Torben's book here. Can you send it to me? And we send you an e-version of the book and you can read it. There is even a link to the audiobook for free. We have put out on YouTube. You can just listen to it. I'm not here to sell a book. I'm here to spread the message, to say that the church are going to explode. This is not all bad what is happening. This is part of a bigger reformation. This description in this video, there's also linked to other videos about the house church and organic church and simple church and what we see God is doing right now. So to all of you, I want to encourage you. Let's build the church. Let's make disciples and let's see Jesus build the church. A church that will survive, a church that will strive, a church that will grow, not a church that will lock down and die completely because of some lockdowns and restrictions, but a church that is powerful. The church Jesus is building, the church I want to be part of, and the church I invite you to be part of. This book, The Last Reformation, has really challenged so many people. It has been a challenge experience to read. Some people have even tried to burn the book. Some people hate it, but many people love it and say, this is what I've been longing for so many years. So you see this video, read the text in the description. You can get it for free. Listen to the audiobook if you don't like to read, and let us see a reformation of the church. I am excited, scary, but excitement at the same time. God bless you all out there. Bye-bye.